Welcome to the world of group home riches, where you can achieve financial freedom while making a positive impact on society. Are you tired of working long hours for someone else? Do you dream of being your own boss and creating a better future for yourself and others? Look no further. With Group Home Riches, you can invest in real estate and provide a valuable service by offering safe and comfortable homes for individuals in need.
The number one investment in real estate.
And start building a better future for yourself and those around you. Let's make a difference together with Group Home Riches.
We don't have to go verbatim, but just like an idea for the folks who are out there listening, like what's like the introduction like, right? Because you're brand new, you don't have a ton of properties that you're marketing. You want to go over just kind of the introduction that we say to these people on the first Zoom meeting?
Yeah, for sure. So it's pretty vague, right? So you just say, hey, I'm Hannah. I'm the operations acquisition manager of Community First Housing. We're a new real estate company, and we are looking to help the community with affordable housing. And then from there, you really just want to get really curious about them and make it about them and just keep them talking, and ask them what their organization does and just be really interested, an active listener, ask them a lot of questions. And typically, if they're in that kind of line of work, they're very passionate about what they do. And so it helps to share your passion wherever that lies as well. And that's kind of like how you're going to connect, build that rapport, and then just continue the conversation to the next steps if it's a good fit working together.
There it is. So yeah, we're not necessarily selling anything, right? We're just calling, introducing ourselves, letting them know what we plan on doing. So we're not pretending like we have a ton of properties or anything like that. We're not pretending like we're this licensed facility, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you guys heard Hannah say, every single person out there can do this right now. They could pick up the phone and they could make that exact same phone call. So you don't have to have a property. You don't have to have a ton of capital, nothing like that. It's about building those relationships first. So now it's time to find the property. Let's break that down. How did you go about doing that to get that first property?
Yeah. So, really, I didn't do anything. I just took y'all's advice. Ended up making a post on Facebook in the real estate investor network here locally. And these are like in every city. So you can go in person. Typically, they'll have Facebook groups as well. So I would recommend both. And I just made a post. It was your pitch, Brandon. I forget exactly how it went, but something about 10xing your cash flow, having control over property. And I forget, there was maybe a third piece, but I posted it and got a lot of interest and just followed up with each person. And then we ended up, Brandon, Jade, and I, taking a call with one gentleman who was he was amenable to the idea. We kind of broke down the whole model and everything like that. And that's pretty much all it took. Like, I think I got extremely lucky with that. So it just kind of goes to show, like, you can take a little bit of action and get a pretty big result.
Yeah, I want to change that. Definitely not luck. It's luck comes from the effort that you put forth before that. So it is simple, in my opinion. Me personally, I've never really spoken with any real estate investor ever and at least not piqued their interest. So if you guys can get somebody that's at least interested enough to hop on a Zoom call with us, and again, we do, we tell you what to say, but it is up to you to actually go to those meetings or post in the groups, right? But yeah, once somebody gets on there and like, here's the business model out, that pitch did end up working. Like, you guys were working together, correct?
Correct. Yes, we're still working together.
Beautiful.
He wants to work together long term. So looking at opening number 2 in January.
Cool. So yeah, it doesn't always work out. Like, maybe, it's not in the right neighborhood or anything like that, but bare minimum, every single investor that we've pitched, the investor is at least interested in working with our client. But even after that, like, have you been going to real estate meetups and talking to landlords and investors about this on your own?
Yeah. And even early on, there were two other gentlemen I spoke with who were interested. I've kept up with them. It's really like about the follow up. And at this point, I have probably 5 or 6 investors who are like really interested in the model.
I love it.
Yeah, they're as soon as they get properties, they're calling me. So
Yeah, so it's not luck, guys. So we were able to do that first one with her, but you just heard the numbers. She's got 5 or 6 other investors lined up wanting to work with her. Why do you have 6 investors that want to work with you?
yeah, absolutely not. That would be really sketchy. I think I would have a very difficult time sleeping at night. I think the biggest thing you can do when you're pitching this is just be fully transparent. That's where you're going to build your trust, because this does take trust, right? Think about it like if you're a landlord and I'm saying, hey, you mind if I lease your property and just put like a bunch of attics in there? Like, I think it'll all work out. It's probably not going to go over well. So you want to just show them that you have thought this through, that you have a plan, and that you know what you're doing, and you want to explain it because they're business people. So you want to explain to them the pros of the model as well, which, as somebody who has a long-term rental, like, I can see side by side that the group home model is superior because nobody wants to deal with evictions.
Want to learn more about the future real estate? Sign up for your free training material at www.grouphomeriches.com.